Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. This is Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Today, we are reacting to University of Michigan that just keeps being the gift that keeps on giving. So their very married president was just fired by the board after an investigation that he was having this illicit sexual affair using the company server emails. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot. But this is University of Michigan for you. So this is coming from the Detroit Free Press. I will, of course, link the article in my description box so you guys can check out this article because it is hilarious and it is scandalous. So, University of Michigan President Mark Schissel fired by board after investigation. The University of Michigan Board of Regents has unanimously fired school president Mark Schissel for a cause following an investigation into a relationship with a subordinate, the board announced Saturday evening. In a letter to Schissel posted on the school website, the board spelled out its concerns and said its conduct was particularly egregious, considering your knowledge and involvement in addressing incidents of harassment by University of Michigan personnel and your declared commitment to work, quote, free the university community of sexual harassment or other improper contact. For example, the letter said, citing a recent scandal involving the university's highest academic officer with regard to the actions of Martin Filbert on August 3rd, 2020, you sent an email to the entire University of Michigan community writing that the highest priority for our regents and leadership team is to make our community safe for all. You also declared to the community that your leadership would determine what we need to do to address the fear of retaliation in our community and build a culture that does not accept misconduct or harassment at any level. Accordingly, there can be no question that you were acutely aware of any inappropriate contact or communication between you and a subordinate would cause substantial harm to the dignity and reputation of the University of Michigan. According to emails posted by the university on its website, Schissel wrote to the female employee regularly, including in October 2019, when he emailed about receiving a box of niches. The woman said in reply that she liked the doughy snack food, never heard of it. Schissel replied again, can I lure you to visit with the promise of a niche? I might be butchering this, but sorry, I've never heard of it. Schissel sent dozens of inappropriate emails and texts, the regent said, including a link to a New Yorker magazine story entitled Sexual Fantasies of Everyday New Yorkers. The decision to fire him was made behind closed doors Saturday morning without a public vote. The Free Press left messages with Schissel seeking comment. Former U of M President Mary Sue Coleman will return to campus as the interim president, the board also announced. Coleman was president from 2002 to 2014. During her time at the helm of U of M, she was known for the growth of the campus as buildings were remodeled and new ones were built. While saddened by the circumstances, I am honored to be asked again to serve the University of Michigan, Coleman said in a statement. When I left U of M campus at the end of my presidency in 2014, I said serving this great university was the most rewarding experience of my professional life. I'm happy to serve again in its important interim role. The board had hired an outside firm to conduct an independent investigation into Schissel's actions, including whether he had violated the university's supervisor relationship policy, according to a statement posted on the university's website. The regent said they received an anonymous complaint on December 8th that Schissel may be involved in an inappropriate relationship with an employee of the university. The information released Saturday night did not identify the person. After an investigation, we learned that Dr. Schissel, over a period of years, used his university email account to communicate with that subordinate in a manner inconsistent with the dignity and reputation of the university, the regent said in their release. In a letter to Schissel notifying him of the firing, the board revealed those emails, and this is where it gets juicy, including on July 1st, 2021, you exchanged emails with the subordinate using your University of Michigan email. In this exchange, she states that her heart hurts, to which you respond, quote, I know, mine too. You state that this is my fault and that you were in pain too. You finish with, I still wish I were strong enough to find a way. On January 9th, 2021, you responded to an email from the subordinate's official University of Michigan email address. In her email, the subordinate had said, "Oh, yes." In your response, you wrote, "Love it when you say that." You made a similar remark in an email dated April 25th, 2020. On September 1st, 2021, you wrote to the subordinate's official university email address and referred to her as sexier. On November 4th, 2021, you emailed the subordinate with regard to a University of Michigan basketball game you were scheduled to attend as part of your official duties as president. In that email, you expressed disappointment that you were potentially not sitting with the subordinate, stating that the only reason I agreed to go with you there's a conspiracy against me. The only reason I agreed to go to the University of Michigan basketball game, not because of your duties as president, but was to go so that you could go with your mistress. There's a conspiracy against me. On December 3rd, you respond to the subordinate regarding the Big Ten Championship presidential suites briefing info, stating that you can, quote, "give me a private briefing." The relationship policy was put into place in July 2021 following revelations that Filbert, the former provost, had been using his position for years to coerce women who worked for him into sexual relationships. The policy says a supervisor may not implicitly or explicitly initiate or attempt to initiate an intimate relationship with a supervisee over whom they exercise supervisory authority. The policy also says that relationships can develop in the workplace that aren't because of coercion or abuse of power. In those cases, the policy states they must be disclosed and a management plan must be put in place and monitored. Failure to report the relationship is, quote, "a serious offense and cause for discipline up to and including dismissal from employment." Schissel's contract was what has commonly known as a morals clause in it. It says your conduct and comportment should at all times be consistent with promoting the dignity, reputation, and academic excellence of the university. Like other presidents, Schisel is a tenured faculty member as well as president. It's unclear whether his tenure will be revoked. His contract says, in the event such cause termination is not also caused under the university's tenure policies, you shall have your rights as a tenured faculty member. His contract says that if he is fired for clause, his contract voids. Schisel was hired in 2014. In 2018, the board extended his contract for 5 years. However, in the fall of 2021, Schisel announced he would be stepping down as the president 1 year early in 2023. While he said he was doing so in order to make a smooth transition in leadership, it came amid deep divisions on the board about his performance. The Free Press earlier reported that the board had gathered with Schisel in an outdoor meeting in the president's backyard in the fall of 2020, where multiple regents raised concerns about his handling of the university's response to COVID-19, including a strike by the Graduate Employees Organization and a walkout by Student Residence Hall and staff, along with issues of communication and transparency between Schisel and the board. Among other things, the board was upset Schisel didn't meet personally with the Student Residence Hall staff. Some board members also were not happy about Schissel's handling of the Filbert case. Tensions rose again in the summer of 2001 when news broke that the university's new expansion project in downtown Detroit, the Detroit Center of Innovation as originally pitched to the regents, was dead in the water. The board learned that Schisel had kept them in the dark for months while he talked with the university's top donor about the troubled project. Schisel has been praised for his work around his access to the university for low-income students. He implemented the Go Blue Guarantee, which covers the entire tuition cost for students whose families make under $65,000 a year. OMG. Wow. It honestly sounds like they've been trying to get rid of him, and finally they had something that they could just get him out already because there was already growing concerns. But I never understand. When you guys do these affairs, you guys always get caught. And why are you using email, your work email, to email stuff to people? Like, what is wrong with people? All that stuff is going to get caught. And you lost a job. You were making almost $1 million a year. $1 million a year. And this is how you are conducting yourself. And it's just a mess. It is truly a mess. But he was making $927,000 a year since 2014. And it's a mess. It is a hot mess. So you guys have to let me know your thoughts. You guys have to react. Please let me know. I hope his wife is next. I hope his wife takes him to the cleaners. They didn't mention his wife in this article, but I hope she is already meeting with the divorce lawyers and planning to just take it all as the final blow to this guy. Because what in the world? You are the president of the university making almost $1 million a year. You're still trying to use your email server, your work email server, to discuss an affair that you're having with a subordinate that violates the company policy. And previously there was other people who were removed and investigated as well for abusing their power at the university, and you continue the trend. It's just a hot mess. It is an entire hot mess, and that is what University of Michigan deserves, because they keep getting caught up in mess. They honestly do. So I am not surprised that this happened. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Please let me know your guys' thoughts. Please react, because what a mess. That is all that I have. Those of you, if it's your first time viewing my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please check out my playlist of other things I've reacted to or discussed on my channel. Those of you who've been back multiple times, thank you so much for your continued support. I'm grateful, thankful, and appreciative of you. I read all of your comments. I try to interact and like or comment when I get a moment to get through in all of them and everything else. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment that I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again very soon.